Sure. Now, Interrogation, the small alien captive, was a learning experience for all parties involved. Although traditionally an interrogation would imply a discussion of sorts, perhaps under coercion, that possibility was out of the question given these unique circumstances. We were instead forced to undertake a more aggressive approach, namely through a series of invasive cranial probes inserted into the subject's prefrontal cortex. By interpreting the captive's responses to various stimuli, we were able to discern a great deal of information, more so than I had originally anticipated. Although it seemed to have little understanding of the various modifications it had been subjected to at some point in the past, we did garner some information relating to the aliens' miniaturized implants in power cells used in their weaponry. We've already begun analyzing this data for possible incorporation into future advanced weapons prototypes. We got cybernetics research credit. That would have been useful a very long time ago. The main thing we got is now we can cast, or train, rather, Psi-Inspire. Let's get the vital point targeting stuff done. So heavy floater autopsy is kind of big. Mechatoid autopsy also kind of big.
Another variation on a previously identified specimen, this is the heavy floater. As you can see, the aliens have made substantial improvements to the armor and weapons systems available, while removing some of its exposed vulnerabilities. An extremely dangerous combatant.
At top events, players play even numbers of games on each color. I don't think it's actually normal for events to be double round robins where every player plays every other player with both sets of pieces. I am pretty sure that there's a large amount of pairing luck very often in chess tournaments. Even in double round robins, you still have the luck of like what time in the tournament you play different players. Hangar's looking much better. Let's send you back to Europe. Cryon JB. Oh my god. That is a lot of will. I'd start going for Psi-Inspiration. Sure. Psi-Inspire is very weird. And I don't remember exactly the way in which it's weird. I just remember it's very weird. 74 will. That's like not bad at all. Hey, Lockjaw Jones, how are you? This is the second hunt of the Russia satellite. Third hunt of the month. Another fighter. Rathrania.
We're in pursuit. Approaching target now.
Kind of needed a better intercept than that. Okay. Send our stingrays out now.
Contact detected.
The other main form of luck is essentially that after a certain point into any game, you're walking somewhere blind into the decision tree. I mean, there are lots and lots and lots of pieces of luck. basically every move you have a tremendous amount of luck deciding whether you made the right move or not. I wonder if there's a way to explain that resonates more easily with people. It's another very easy down fighter. Did my opponent happen to study this exact sideline by chance or not? Well, yeah, that's one of the... That is one of the perhaps most resonant ways in which the moves you're choosing to make are having luck-based impact on winning or not, is you don't know whether your opponent has studied them or not. That is certainly a very big part of it. But there's also, like, whether you see a tactic or not is subject to variance. Like, sometimes the best players see a tactic and sometimes they don't. I think if you look at something that is less luck-based, it doesn't have a bunch of, like, extremely difficult to parse decision trees. When you are trying to parse an essentially intractable decision tree, how well you do it, that is going to be subject to luck. Second in the zone. Your capacity to parse the logic tree is skill. Sure, say you're taking a multiple choice test and you get like 90% of the questions, like you got it. Sure, great, I understand, perfect, cool. For the other 10%, you have to like make some sort of guessing happen. And because you're guessing, whether you get it right or not is going to be luck-based. In chess, it's kind of like every single move you make for the entire game outside of opening prep is a multiple choice decision where you don't know the right answer. Like, you're going to do your best to guess what the right answer is, but you still don't know at the end when you, like, say what you want to do. Am I distinguishing between luck and having inconsistent skill? Well, what decides if you have inconsistent skill, what decides whether you had good skill or bad skill on the day? Like, that's just luck. Alright, Pathfinders. You can go Deadeye on Pathfinders. Do I usually go Deadeye on Pathfinders? Does anybody remember how I build Pathfinders? I think I go Deadeye on them. It's hard to get Lone Wolf active on a soldier who doesn't have a flying suit. And this one doesn't do anything. It's weird to go, like, hit and run Deadeye, but the second shot can be against a flying enemy usually. If computers can beat chess players 100% of the time, that means computers are really lucky. So it depends which computer you're talking about and exactly which setting gameplay is in, but often computers cannot beat real players 100% of the time. And then you can also look at computer matches where computers play against each other. where there are actually no, like, for starters, like, conditions changing your performance means that something has luck involved in it, like, just to begin with. If, like, what the conditions are on the day change whether you win or lose, that is luck. But when you have computers playing each other in chess, the conditions are the same for the computers, and when they play each other, the result changes. It isn't the same every time. Like, there's nothing you can attribute that to other than there being luck involved. Alright, let's do it.
Strike one. Prepare for landing. We'll be deploying to Russia for this one. We've got a fix on the downed UFO. There doesn't appear to be much in the way of civilization nearby. We have a prime chance to secure the site before they have time to dig in.
It's a nice map. I feel like we haven't been here for a while. It's a very common map because it's for the Scout UFO, and there are 3 different versions of it in the map pool.
This is Big Sky. We're just north of the crash site. Strike one is in position to engage.
Loud and clear, Big Sky. We'll monitor those readings from here. Strike one is authorized to assault the alien craft. Sir!
And the UFO's there? Okay. I have finally reached a point in the campaign where I know where I am on this map when I look at it.
Roger, Dodger. Okay, debouche.
Location confirmed.
Okay, inside. Roger, Dodger. Moving on target location.
Not made enough sweater vest jokes this campaign? I feel like there have barely been any. Mutons. Maybe Muton Elites?
Closing on target.
Huh, I don't know where they are.
Moving. Heading to that location. Roger, tracking.
Reached a level of training and equipment where it feels unfair to the aliens. Well, they've started cheating by teleporting every turn, so... they're doing a lot to make it fair for themselves.
Running.
Probably just inside the UFO. Kind of rapidly running out of other places they could be.
Roger that. Scan.
Come get some. Roger that. Scan it. Aye, aye, Commander.
That was either a Muton pod ping or an outsider ping. If it's an outsider ping, they're in, like, the far corner. Maybe.
Let's get a better view.
There may just be more Magic the Gathering deck builds that don't care about what the opponent is doing, or perhaps just care less. Football? Football?
Moving.
I think a decent counter-argument is that the sample sizes on, like, the matches that the best Magic the Gathering players have played on the Pro Tour are lower than the sample sizes on the matches that the best chess players have played at chess. You can also like interpret variable results as somebody's skill changing over time. So if you look at like Magnus only winning 67% of the points available or something, some of that's because that's including times he was playing when he was a kid. Chess has a lot of luck in it though. The big dotted circular lines are enemy max range, yeah. Hi.
That is not good.
Hello, friend. Best counter argument is I have a particular definition of luck which isn't shared by others. Well, if something isn't luck-based, the reason people win at it is that they have opinions which aren't shared by others. So I'm not sure that's actually a good counter-argument. I don't think I've had to fight 3 Mutant Elites at once before this campaign. And there's 4, like, regular Mutants standing behind them. So the sensible thing to do is run backwards and Ghost Grenade. Probably. Is that what I'm going to do? The problem with that is if anybody panics, it stops working. Certainly that is a problem with it. Here's my rockets. Maybe we can just kill them. Somebody having an opinion that is the same or not the same as other people is, like, perhaps predictive of whether their opinion is right or wrong, but it is not, like, sufficient proof that their opinion is wrong. I feel like this is not not a controversial thing for me to say this time. Long War turns off soldiers taking actions when they panic. One of the nice things about Long War. Yeah, that'll happen. Okay, so you have the chem grenades. Kind of can't be throwing smoke and giving the berserkers a bunch of smoke here, I don't think. Hello. Good grief. Wait, why did the other ones not move? Van Dorn has Steadfast. I need Leonard to go far enough away that I'm not getting by Intimidate.
Got it covered.
You even do that? Because they run forward first. Oh, it's dead. Get cammed? Did get cammed? Then I need to command you. I think hit and run is okay here. Oh, hit and run doesn't work there. Shit. Okay, that is unfortunate. Good evening. Hi, Root. Steadfast, baby. Yeah. One smoke grenade. Like, my premise is that if a game is not decided by skill, it's decided by luck, which I feel is like a pretty consensus opinion. I guess my other premise is that skill doesn't change every time you play the game. So if people keep on having their results change every time they play the game, it must be because of luck, not that their skill's changing every time. I don't think either of those premises are, like, particularly unusual. We do not have a lot of people left to kill this berserker.
Moving out.
Second one is where people disagree. You think people's skill is just changing every time they play something like chess with each other.
I'm on it, Commander.
Alright, I don't know. This berserker is still alive. Yeah. Scary. I don't think your skill can vary semi-randomly from game to game. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Just doesn't make any sense. Why would your skill at football... Like, your skill at football is some, like, product of years of training and exercise and study and whatever. I can say that someone has a certain amount of skill at football, and it doesn't make sense that that would just suddenly be different for a day and then go back to what it was before. You could define you didn't study this position as a skill issue rather than luck. Well, what decides whether you did study the position or not? Like in the game, the position you did study or the position you didn't study will appear. Is that a thing which is being decided by skill? Maybe. I guess I could see that being a skill-based thing. Some people are good at, like, mind controlling their opponents into playing the positions that they've studied.
Roger, tracking.
This is a juicy pod. I think we are safe-ish now. Probably. Wound, though.
Heading there now.
Surely I've seen great cricket players have bad days and just not make catches on any given day. Yeah, that means that, like, cricket has luck involved in it. Which is just, I think, true. I don't think that that's a controversial claim. I don't know, I feel like people get weird about chess specifically with this. Like for other sports, it's like, oh yeah, like it just didn't like go our way today. Like we did everything right, but sometimes the ball bounces the wrong way and you get unlucky. And everyone's like, yeah, we get it, yeah. There's luck involved in who wins at baseball, sure. But then with chess, you say there's luck involved in who wins at chess, and people are like, no, chess is pure skill. Which it just isn't. It's unfortunate that I missed this shot. I'm gonna level with you. I really would have liked to hit that one. Your opponent plays an opening you recognize versus don't recognize. Seems very skill-based. There's an input of skill. Like if you recognize 5 openings versus 50 openings, that changes the likelihood that that happens. But whether it happens or not, past those constraints is luck.
I'm on the move. Catch.
It's interesting, the pre-game work in chess seems to make it more luck based on what line you prepped, but in Magic the Gathering, solving the meta and choosing the best deck before the tournament is skill based. No, both of those elements are like heavily influenced by both luck and skill, I think. I'm not sure which is more skill and which is more luck, but
Affirmative.
the end result of it all is that over history, the best Magic the Gathering players playing at high-level Magic the Gathering events have won more than the best chess players playing at high-level chess events. I do have a medkit on this soldier, which means I can run through the acid, okay?
I'm gonna be sick.
And apparently not do anything. Okay, cool. Well, that is unfortunate for me.
Smoke out.
I am not opposed to the idea. There is luck involved in being able to be a professional chess player. Oh god.
Incoming fire.
That was terrifying.
Taking heavy fire.
In your experience, the same Magic players won the most because they were stacking their decks using sleight of hand tricks. Yes. Yep. Don't disagree.
Balance une roquette.
Consider a situation where you develop a new tactical idea because you play a number of games where at random the idea holds. It turns out the new idea doesn't hold over a wider variation of games. In that situation, your skill has actually dropped temporarily. Okay. But like, when you start the next game, you won't roll a dice to find out if your skill went up or down at the start of the game. Like your skill will have dropped, and when you play the next game, it will be lower than it was before.
Aye, aye.
I wonder to what extent that is true in current high-level Magic. There is so much cheating in Magic. There's also like, there's a lot of stuff that is like not technically cheating, but might as well be cheating. All you hear about from the professional Magic the Gathering world is cheating and butt cracks. Sounds like
Heading there now.
a not completely unreasonable summary of the game.
Getting it done. I'm on it, sir. Got it covered.
Player's skill is a distribution which is drawn from at any given moment, rather than a static number.
Back in.
That means how lucky you are is... sorry. That means how skillful you are is luck-based. That means that things which are skill-based are luck-based. I don't think that is a useful point in a conversation about whether something is luck or skill-based. Is that some cheat on Magic the Gathering or just an observation of reality? There's so much cheating in Magic the Gathering.
I'm on it, Commander. Oh, it's go time.
I am not kidding.
Rolling.
I'm using an unintuitive definition of luck-based. I think that understanding and being good at games is unintuitive.
Going out. Closing on target.
Heading out.
Go for an alien carbine here, maybe.
Disabling target.
Okay, it's high. Roger, Dodger.
Oh my god, imagine if that has lock and load. Do I ever use alien weapons? Yeah, I haven't researched them yet.
Copy that.
Takes a long time in Long War to get to a point where you have the ability to actually use them. But they are a late game thing.
Aye, aye, attempting capture. Target is not disabled.
Is hitting a half-court shot in basketball luck or skill? Both. Some portion of it is luck and some portion of it is skill. We can tell how much skill it is by looking at how much better the best person is than the... I don't want to say worst because it feels mean, so I'm going to say lest instead of worst. There's a best person and a lest person. Yeah, you can find the like skill tolerance of something by seeing how good is the best person and how bad is the worst person. And you can see how lucky it is by measuring how variable the result is. If hitting a half-court shot in basketball was purely skill-based, like, you would either always successfully hit it or never successfully hit it. Like something that is basically purely skill-based for us in our lives might be being able to write our name down or something like that. Like there's no like chance that we try to write our name down and just like fail. we can do that because we learned how to write, and being able to write isn't skill-based. There are ways to introduce luck to it, which is like, do you have a pen or not? This is no longer like a measure of skill. This is like, you can be lucky to have a pen or not. But yes, there are things that are genuinely, really, actually skill-based, such that if you get good at them, you succeed at them every time. How many of those things are competitive? I think like running is extremely skill-based and very competitive. What else?
At least we've got some
Swimming probably is.
It takes a serious pair to go face to face with one of those things.
I imagine stuff like weightlifting is. Like, you're trying to like minimize the variables which aren't under your control. And if there are things like there's an opponent, you're already introducing a lot of luck. If you're interacting with another human, like, that's a huge element that's out of your control. What body you were born with is pure luck? Sure. Not untrue. I think that pointing out that athletes got lucky to be in the position they are in is reasonable.
I'm receiving you. Return to base for debriefing.
Somebody who accidentally did a skilled thing but can't do it consistently doesn't qualify as skilled? Sure. Bill Helmuth said if it weren't partly about luck, he'd win every time. And wouldn't that be... Wait, was he talking about poker or being a very loud baby? Anyway. Mech close combat. That's very expensive, Kanaxai. A sectoid captive for 2 scientists. Deal.
Contact detected.
This may be our
We have eyes on the bandit.
harvest. That's not a harvest.
Disengaging.
Am I wrong about what month I'm in? Wait, that is a harvest. Oh shit, that's a big harvest. Oh. 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 Okay. Heavy floater autopsy is done. Another variation of a previously identified specimen, this is the heavy floater. A cursory examination reveals substantial improvements to the armor and weapons systems available to the creature. Much of the exposed tissue, the floater's most obvious vulnerability, has either been shielded or removed entirely. With these modifications in mind, it would appear the aliens chose to move towards a greater reliance on mechanical and cybernetic upgrades rather than continue developing the specimen's organic form. However, we have still uncovered a number of redundant organic systems within the heavy floater's torso that were clearly duplicated to enhance its survivability. If we were to follow a similar genetic modification path within our own soldiers, we may be able to prevent many of the life-threatening injuries that our troops face in combat. We may also be able to gain further insight into this creature's unique abilities in combat if another specimen is targeted in the field with a unit analysis view. Imagine if you just like had 2 hearts. Sounds OP. I don't think we care about anything from this other than the +2 damage when we shoot a floater. Yeah, okay. I'm about to do a large landed, I
We
think.
were only able to recover the suit's central core, although the pilot's corpse also survived intact. The armor itself is quite interesting. The design is highly responsive while still providing extraordinary
Might
strength.
be part of why chess comes up so often, even though it has a directly opposed opponent. They introduce very little more than a second set of the luck you bring by being a first human involved. If you think about like your ability to, I don't know, bench 100 pounds or something, probably you can bench 100 pounds or you can't, and that's like almost always the case. Versus your opinion, or sorry, your ability to choose the best move in a chess position. Probably, like, for any human being on the planet, their ability to choose the best move in a chess position is going to be highly dependent on which chess position is, and then also within that, it's going to be dependent on whether, like, they get lucky enough to spot the move, no matter how skillful they are. If you watch the most skillful players playing Puzzle Rush or something, they are sometimes unlucky with a puzzle. Exhaustion, climate, metabolism all influence whether you can bench 100 pounds. I think for most people, they can either bench 100 pounds or not, almost always. I do not think for most people, if you like measured their ability to bench 100 pounds like every 5 minutes for 3 months, it would change very much. There's a very narrow band where there's variance, yes. Your ability to bench 100 pounds would decrease quite rapidly if you made you do. Yes. You wouldn't measure by actually forcing them to do it. You would just check and see, can this person bench 100 pounds right now? Obviously, if you make them do it, it changes who they are. I need to run to the bathroom. Now that I have had my glass of water, I'll be right back again. Did I save Nordhold? I actually failed to save Nordhold repeatedly today. Maybe I'll play a bit more of it later. Unstable outcomes occur near the limits. That is true. If someone sets you a challenge which is, like, quite hard for you to succeed at, but not impossible, there is going to be more luck in deciding whether you succeed at that or not than if someone sets you a challenge which is very easy or very hard for you to succeed at. That is a binomial variance thing. The most variance happens on coin flips, basically. Is it a binomial variance thing? Kind of not. Maybe a little bit. The theme of the campaign is me not understanding statistics, so... Alright, did it land?
Contact detected.
This is gonna be hype. Why can't I scroll the globe? I saw that game, Elephant Garlic. I thought about playing it. I feel like it would be enjoyed by my viewer base. Okay. Our first attempt at a large landed UFO. We just go full A-team here. This is like an absolute full send. It helps that there are very few challenging missions coming up this month, so wounding the entire A-team doesn't really hurt that much. Gunner, sniper, scout. Sniper 2. Almost had the soldier die last mission. Ew. I think one Rocketeer is good. I don't know that Konexai is the best Rocketeer, though. I think it might be Lakaios, even though Lakaios isn't a Master Sergeant. Just much higher aim. Konexai is 14 aim lower. Engineers are kind of weird on these missions, because, like, the consumables are nice to have, but you will run out of them if you are reliant on them for a mission like this. I definitely want my high-level Valkyrie. I think I want 2 Valkyries. Scout, sniper, gunner, sniper, rocketeer, Valkyrie, Valkyrie. So the question is, do I want somebody to hold consumables as my final soldier, or do I want a second gunner? Second gunner to keep suppression up is nice. I guess I could also send a Master Sergeant Assault. Bucket? Assault's kind of worthless if they can't run forward. I could also send a Master Sergeant Infantry. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. I just need to work out how this team is bringing a chem grenade, a ghost grenade, and like probably at least 1 smoke grenade. Minus 22 will from equipment loadout. Yikes. Infantry are certainly soldiers who do not run forward yet. Max aliens is 54. That might be before command pod. Might be more when you count command pod. It's a shredder ammo, mayhem suppression gunner. So that's a reliable way to apply shred to a lot of enemies. Nice Master Sergeant aim roll there. Hold on. So I'm missing a smoke grenade still? Maybe just no smoke grenades. Elbows out. We got some mechs. One of my rules in XCOM campaigns, like my only cosmetic rule pretty much. Okay, there are two. One, mechs don't. Mechs have to have hats. But two, if soldiers go to really sweet missions and win them, they get this hat. Depending on how the mission goes, I might decide all the soldiers on it get that hat. For our long mission, I could go damage control. No. Maybe? Let's go damage control. So that gives me a soldier I can use to tank. If it comes to that. If we're in a situation where, like, we're surrounded and there are floaters on one side, I can just set this up in front of the floaters and take not very much damage for the turn. Okay. I'm not sure that I need vision. I think I'm going to use it anyway. I do get vision from Learnet just a little bit. What type of aircraft is this? Troop transport, I think, is what this is called. Transport, yeah. You normally color code your soldiers for visual clarity. Longwear auto promotes soldiers to different colors depending on their class. Gunners are green, or Rocketeers are, is that blue or purple? I don't know. Infantry are blue, Scouts are yellow. Snipers are black, Assaults are red. You're welcome, Women Ball.
Dropship has arrived.
Listen up. We're going to be
Just did
dropping
two
you
of these
deep
missions
into
back to back.
interior for the next operation. The alien craft landed in a remote area, which should help to minimize any risk to the surrounding community. We need to investigate and eliminate any hostile forces encountered.
Operation Driving Dawn. This is probably not the only one of these this month. You got the analysis in between too. Nice. The dream.
HQ, this is Big Sky.
Okay.
Waiting further orders.
Roger that, Big Sky. Strike one. You are green to deploy.
Okay.
Approach with extreme caution.
Okay.
Enemy status at the site is unknown.
They shouldn't give us any cover. This is a map corner here. This is the back of the UFO. So there's a huge area in here with some power sources. And a lower ground with like balconies over it basically. Very important door right here-ish. Which, once you open it's closed, or once you open it's open forever. There's also a door there. And a door here. It's symmetrical. So like door, bigger door, door. There are little balconies out here, and then there's some low ground, and then we get into this like weird central area with lots of little kind of alcoves, which are very hard to see into. There's very little in the way of cover that like human soldiers would use. And if you go all the way over here to the front of the ship, there's some raised ground, and there's a control room, which is usually where the command pod spawns. And if we're lucky, all the doors will be shut to it, so we can kind of surround it and then open it up and kill 6 outsiders. It is 6 outsiders in a command pod. For the first turn, I think I'm just gonna walk this way. I don't really want to be here. I don't want to, like, be able to easily be flanked. Also, if I go this way on turn 1, maybe I can get meld. Mini K.
On my way.
Okay. I remember completing this mission by, like, I don't know if I was standing here, but, like, basically removing as much of this cover as possible, leaving a little bit here and putting all of my soldiers there, and the enemies would come over here, be in this cover, and not be able to see us. And so they wouldn't be able to move forward anymore, and we could, like, move up and kill them with squad sight the next turn.
Heading there now. That's affirmative. Roger that.
I'm rolling.
This is not a UFO, as it is neither unidentified nor flying. That is a
Yeah, boy.
somewhat reasonable point, I suppose.
Overwatch confirmed. Eyes peeled, Commander.
Was the other corner? Yeah, you're right, you're right. Why aren't my XCOM games on YouTube?
I'm on my way.
They are? Mostly?
I'm on the move. Heading to that location. Affirmative. Roger. Tracking.
I'm on it, Commander. Stepping off.
Affirmativo.
Roger that. Scanning.
Oh no, I'm going the wrong way for the meld. I think at this point we probably say we're okay with that, though. Let's check out this corner. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to come up to this doorway and plan to go into this room through the door and see what happens. I think this is a reasonable time to use one motion tracker charge. Huh.
Aye, aye, Commander.
On my way. Running.
Already there.
So that's 2 pods in there. 6 and 5, maybe. For a team of Master Sergeants, very killable.
Already there.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Yeah, boy.
Just want to steady a rocket on the doorway. Get everyone ready to run through.
Systems engaged. Heading to that location.
I'm on my way. Moving.
This is a harvest mission, which means
Position confirmed.
if the aliens don't succeed at it, they don't get resources. And probably,
Moving out.
unless I like squad wipe, which would be bad, probably this is the start of the aliens just not having resources anymore in this campaign.
Affirmative, Commander. Headed there now.
Okay.
Money's on floaters on the roof. I don't feel like they're usually on the roof here. Ooh, we do have collateral damage, which is a really nice perk to have for a mission like this.
Moving to Overwatch. Overwatch. Aye,
That is repeatable cover destruction without, like, needing to use a consumable for it.
Overwatch.
Quiet. Did you hear
The aliens use resources. Yeah, Long War introduces a resource system for the aliens. Okay, there are no enemies. That's normal.
Roger that. Hostile spotted.
Well, I have bad news. I believe that's the command pod. Oh no. The problem with pulling the command pod here isn't that I can't kill them. I can kill them. But the problem is what it does to the rest of the mission. Also, I have to consider that there was another pod here at some point. So we probably want to avoid moving further forward than we have to kill this.
Moving to position.
You happily refrained from telling me the command pod was in this room. Well, thank you. Oh, is this like... Oh, this is one where the command pod's always in a certain place depending on the map, huh? So that was actually just a thing I should have remembered. Awkward. Wow! I did not realize that cover element could break in half like that. Okay, this is a great start. I kind of like the thing that says 100, 100. One enemy dead. Oh, I wasn't assuming we were using the shadow device this turn. Let's just check. Okay. I think we're good to move in.
On my way.
Yeah, we got some room.
I'm on the move.
Weird line of sight.
Okay.
Affirmative, Commander.
Oh, fuck. I wanted you to kill that. So as I fired that, I was thinking it would be so funny if this didn't kill, and then it didn't kill.
This one's going nowhere.
I assume that has lightning reflexes too. Alright, I guess it is a shadow device. Was it funny? I thought it was pretty funny. I am hoping that my Valkyrie tanks some damage for me here. That was an 84% chance to hit shot.
Taking fire over here.
Woo! Okay. Essentially impossible for this turn to be worse than that turn was. Is the good news. Why would I say that?
That is not good.
Fair question.
Yes, Commander. On reserves.
Why so invincible? Holy shit. This doesn't have close combat specialist.
I'm on the move. That's a load of bull.
Oh no, my friend.
Missed.
Oh, it turns out I was wrong. Oh my god.
Moving to position.
Okay.
Target neutralized.
We are in this room. Let's hold this room.
Quiet. You hear something?
No medkits on the mission now.
Position confirmed. Oh yeah! It's killing time.
That's affirmative. Reloaded.
Generally no consumables on the mission.
The devil.
Which I think we're going to find is helpful for continuing.
Take cover here. Reloading weapons.
Cover position back here. Reloaded.
On the move. We're green to go.
Pretty sure I don't have regen biofield either.
Enemy spot.
Oh, that's 2 cyber
They
discs?
got me flanked. X-rays coming in from the sides.
Good shit. This appears to be like a real brawl.
I'm on my way.
Oh, it was 2. It was definitely 2. It's an 8 enemy pod. Every soldier that lives gets the skull helmet.
Cohete fuera. Vamos, picadillo. Al ataque.
Is that a mechtoid? Okay. Oh, I think I was using that wall, actually. It was a very high damage rocket. You gotta, like, give credit where credit is due for that rocket. That dealt a lot of damage.
Heading there now.
This one's not flying.
Use me for cover. I don't mind.
That's affirmative. He's dead.
Quiet moment. I think you probably have to run away from a potential grenade. Actually, the potential grenade's very bad because I'm on a power source. Well, is what it is at this point.
Aye, aye. Roger. I've got my eyes on. I'm on it, Commander. Rock and roll.
On Overwatch.
Great time for damage control, by the way.
What was that?
While it's pretty bad to have a Mechtoid and Cyberdisk and Fog of War, we are lucky that almost all of the enemies in these pods are irrelevant. Okay. How do we feel about running away? How do we feel about firing another rocket?
Lanzando.
Significantly fewer enemies now.
I'm on the move.
This is with heat ammo? So if it hits the Mechtoid, it actually deals a lot of damage.
Scorch the earth.
Well, I don't know if that was a lot of damage, but it dealt A damage.
Providing cover at my location. Weapons.
Moving to position. I'm on it.
Overwatch. Aye, aye. Come get some. Got it covered.
Alien Commander's raging right now. Understandable. Is it time to use my last rockets? Kind of feels like I should keep one rocket. Hello! Ooh, okay. We got pretty lucky with the cyber disc. That cannot attack us this turn. Also, it looked like it had about 2 health left. Question is, how do I kill it? It's there? Ugh. This feels kind of like the only
Heading out.
play.
X-ray neutralized. Hostile target neutralized.
2 sectoids, 1 drone, 1 mechtoid.
Cover position locked and
The
loaded.
mechtoid is confused. It's like standing here and doesn't understand where to go. Let's trade snipers so I can get a reload.
Heading there now.
Maybe get you off
Andando.
the power source as well.
En guardia, por supuesto. Overwatch. Aye, aye. Roger. I've got my eyes on Watcher. Aye, aye.
Ready to rock.
Are snipers as good in Long War as they are in base XCOM? I hope so.
My position's been compromised.
Oh, that's kind of rude. Safe for the moment, though. So I know there's a floater pod either above me or like out here. Also, the rest of the map should be running at me. So there should be another like 30 enemies coming. Given that more enemies are coming, I think there's no harm in getting rid of cover they could use.
Bombarding that position.
Voy hacia allá.
Booyah. Aye, aye, Commander.
There was a floater ping from the flank, yeah.
Explorando. I'm on it.
But it's not active.
Come get some.
It's a non-active floater pod. I have a lot of things which are good at killing floaters on this mission.
Got him.
Lots of intimidating noises. It's this sectoid and this mechtoid, which I guess is still lost. Wait, is that? I think that's standing there. If it was standing here, I would want to go kill it. But I think it's just standing there.
Providing cover at my location. Moving to position.
The mechtoid doesn't understand how to get to me. It also probably doesn't actually know where I am.
I'm on it. Roger that. Scan it. Come get some.
What was that sound?
Okay. Oh, now it knows where I am.
Mech armor intact.
Muton's pulling?
Go loud.
I figured it out at a somewhat awkward moment. Indeed it did. We have 1 berserker, 5 mutons, 2 floaters. It's a big mechtoid, and I think it kind of forces me to put my gunner in danger to kill it. At some point, mechtoids get the ability to shoot back when you shoot at them. I hope it doesn't have that. Is this the one with repair thing? Danger, damage control? It is. So I've got extra DR on XCOM for the next little bit. Actually, they both took damage control. Okay. Didn't realize. Yeah, it might be shooting back at me. So I guess the safest way to deal with it is...
Heading out.
I could wiki it to see if it had that ability, but instead we can just disabling shot it. That way I don't even have to kill it this turn. I would prefer to kill it this turn because the enemies do much worse if they don't have vision of you.
Got it covered.
I don't have to kill it this turn.
Heading to that location.
I was waiting for reinforcements, oh no. Will is not a real stat, by the way. My alien research is 289 and Leviathans are eligible at 280. I mean, it would just say Leviathan if it was a Leviathan. I'm not asking for you to answer the questions I have. That's okay.
Solid copy. Dead and gone. Target's still up.
We sure are
Moving to position.
doing some things in this mission.
On to reserves.
Use me for cover. I don't mind.
It felt like they were all like forever away. So I think I'm gonna shoot again with this. But I don't think I'm brave enough to shoot again with this one. Let's give the Soldier on 3 HP, heavy cover. Because if even like one floater is in range, it will come kill it. Nothing that's active has a grenade I need to worry about. You have 13 health. You can hang out up here, give someone something to shoot at maybe. Okay, that was a dash though.
Watch the side.
Well, I think it might be time to run away. Somehow. Actually the floater pull is so bad. 1, 2... Problem is the berserker. I do have collateral damage for this as well. But yeah, the problem is kind of the berserker. And you're done with panic? Interesting. This is still doable, actually.
Headed there now.
I mean, am I happy about it? I don't know if I'd say I'm happy about it. There's quite a lot going on here. 21 aliens killed. 38. There are another, like, 16 aliens in Fog of War. We're almost done. I don't think I can shoot that. If I fail to kill, it's too bad.
He's down. He's dead. Running dry.
You shoot at first. This might, like, run forward to here and then be invisible. Feels bad. My infantry go. Holy shit! Sure did run forward to there to be invisible. That was a big shot. Big shot into panic. The panic part was bad. Here.
Heading there now.
sure need rapid fire right now. You have shred? Oh shit, you do. Just kind of need one more soldier.
On it.
But I don't have one more soldier. Good.
My weapon spent. Hey, boy.
Good. Oh, it doesn't kill still. This panic here is kind of awkward. Panic resist. Oh, 89%! Capture time. Good fucking grief. Alright, who can actually kill that? Not you. You could, but then I lose my suppression. You can with collateral damage, probably? Oh, but it destroys my cover. I think I actually have to kill it with you. Which leaves some active enemies for next turn. In not a great way. But I don't see another option. Please don't backseat. Please. Please don't do that. I'm gonna like... You have like half of a backseat left before you get timed out for, I don't know, the rest of the campaign basically. You have been Like, very bad about backseating. All right. Deal 2 damage? The fuck? That's not great either. Is it time for a mind fray? Nope.
I'm on it, Commander.
YOLO.
I'm about to start keeping score.
X-ray neutralized.
Holding cover position. Resupply completed. Ready to engage.
Okay, probably I lose a soldier this turn.
Ready to rock.
That is incredible. That's also very good. Okay, I think I'm fine.
They're moving to flank me. They're on the move. Go
I decided to shoot my Rocketeer on full health instead of my Gunner on 3 health. Holy shit, I'm still here. Yeah, they just got player skilled pretty hard there.
Preparing to fire. I need ammo here.
boy.
Have an infantry gun. Have an infantry gun.
Landed them. Running dry.
X-ray neutralized. Moving out. Hostiles pacified.
Infantry are somewhat good at standing still and dealing damage. That is kind of their wheelhouse.
X-ray here, resupply.
I can't give anyone a promotion because they're all Master Sergeants. I already gave them all the promotions. Also why they are the ones on the mission.
On it. Roger that. Scanning.
trying to decide if there can be a pod here right now. Don't think so, but maybe we don't risk it.
On the move. Moving to Overwatch. I have no ammunition. Destroyed. Defensive position.
Power source is still alive. Yep. That is definitely one of the more exciting subplots of the mission.
Comandante. Es hora de matar. Copy that. Rock and roll. Back in. Got it. Back online.
Eyes peeled, Commander. Shot wide.
They're moving to flank me. Los blancos.
Okay. Oh, there can be a pod over there. Holy shit!
Flanqueando mi posición.
Rolling to flank the move.
Well.
El rojo vivo.
There are 11 floaters active at the moment.
Out of the game. Planted him. I'm running low on ammo. Moving out. I'm all
Oh,
out.
there were 2 overwatching floaters on that tile. Fascinating. Doesn't have covering fire. Is one on light cover? Or is it flying? It's in light cover.
Kill confirmed.
Okay, now there are 6 floaters active.
Target disabled. Targeting that.
Hostiles pacified.
5.
That's affirmative.
Or yeah, floaters are an enemy my squad knows how to kill. A touch iffy.
I'm on it, Commander.
Because I am kind of surrounded. How close are they behind me? Ooh, closer than I want. Looks like this is safe.
Hostile target neutralized.
2 floaters, 3 mutants.
Roger that. Hostile. I'm on it, Commander. Dead and gone. Aye, aye.
Good to go.
Okay, don't have bullets anymore.
Heading to that location. Moving to Overwatch. Adjusting sights.
Forces, thanks for the 13 months. Appreciate it.
They're flanking my flank.
Draining ammo fast. Shot failed to connect.
Suppressed enemy have more chance to be hit. My suppression, hollow targets, and shreds. So more chance to be hit and takes more damage.
Heading out. Rock and roll.
How are we doing here? 3 mutants?
Defensive posture behind me.
Moving out. I have your ammunition loaded.
I think it shreds if you don't deal damage.
Aye, aye.
Wait. Oh, I see what you're saying. And without Mayhem, it doesn't shred. But I think if all of the damage from Mayhem is reduced by DR, it does shred.
Baby Becky. We're green to go. Aye, aye, Commander. Rat tack bang.
Thanks for the 5 gifted subs, Morsis. Huh. Okay. Where are these mutants?
Boy.
Not there.
Heading out. On my way.
Heading to that location. Take cover here. Got it covered. Eyes peeled, Commander. Eyes peeled, Commander.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
Just gonna listen, mostly.
Defensive position here. Overwatch.
Shh. You hear that?
Okay, if the nearest contact's this way, probably we can just wait more. I think just wait more.
Heading out. Roger. I've got my eyes on it.
Vista en el objetivo.
I'm on it.
Eyes peeled, Commander. Eyes peeled. Roger that. Come get some. I don't think we're alone out here. What was that?
Is it possible that this is it? I remember that these, like, can have 50 odd enemies, but I feel like they don't always.
Shh. I think I heard something.
Okay, so why am I getting pings to there if there are mutons here? I could hear them sneaking up on me.
Okay.
Now that I put clips in this spreadsheet. Oh, that's not even me. That is Esrab. Thank your neighborhood moderators, Twitch chat.
Cover here. On Overwatch.
On Overwatch. I feel
I'm on it.
what's making that noise.
They're doing such a great job of, like, distracting me with those sound pings
affirmative.
while they sneak around the side.
Engaging hostiles with fire.
Heading to that location.
Oh, they both panicked. Nice.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Let's see. A little bit concerned that since they are not both dead, the other one's gonna make a better turn.
X-ray neutralized.
Let's maybe run you away from grenade range just in case.
Roger that. Scanning.
Roger. I've got my eyes on. Got it covered.
Baby Becky. Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Wait, I killed the wrong one? Oh no. I just realized my mechs aren't Master Sergeants yet. So experience actually matters to them.
Enemy destroyed.
On your order.
Headed there now.
Headed there now.
How much of a war crime is it going to be once this is all over?
On Overwatch. Commander.
Probably a lot. Would be my guess.
Quiet. Did you hear something?
Moving. Targeting defensive position.
Excellent work. All objectives complete.
Mm-hmm. Easy. Okay. Kind of unreasonable. Fatigue wounds seem mostly alright though. 100 alloys, 134 Illyrium. We got some other stuff we can sell. Damaged and Aegis armor. I didn't get enough power sources to start alien propulsion, yeah? Also, that is a 24-day research still. Ouch. Some of it, like, worthless? Can I get to sell some of it? Maybe not. It's okay, I have $629 anyway. Let's start on Titan. That is somewhat expensive. The power source lived true. If I want to do another of those this month, I could grab the analysis on it for an extra 20 alloys. It's kind of slow. I don't really feel like I need them that much. I think it's fine. That's why I'm at 100 scientists. I'm surprised. Feels like my research is slow. Alright, let's continue.
You're gonna want to take a look at this, Commander. Incoming transmission from the Council.
Observe the amount that I do not feel threatened by this. Asset recovery. Sure.
Excellent.
Like, on the other hand,
Seeing your progress.
I don't get to bring 6 Master Sergeants this time. It was only 5, actually. I don't get to bring 5, though, either. I kind of have a mech. I need to make another mech. Wondering if there's any way I could double mission. Who could sensibly get mechanized? Not really. Oh well. Rocketeer, sniper, scout, gunner, pathfinder, some sort of engineer. Maybe just a second rocketeer. Mr. Teriyaki, thank you for the 44 months. I think I'm not doing captures here. I was taking Deadeye on these. Hat status after last mission. Did anyone earn the skull? I don't know. Maybe. I feel like the pods weren't that scary. I have one more Aegis armor. Maybe on my commander. Is that guy piloting a mech? Yes. Yes. Every class has a mechanized version.
We have visual on the mission site. Setting down.
Why are Lyranet and Erdos bold? Oh, because they're in chat right now. Or they have been in chat? Probably because they have been in chat. Apparently my chat client bolds usernames. Today I learned.
Word just came down from the council. We've lost communications with an outpost that was monitoring for alien activity.
Gosh.
Our primary objective is to secure that facility so we can get it operational again ASAP.
Okay. Hard to get on this roof.
Moving.
This map is kind of heavily characterized by these doors.
Aye, aye, Commander.
The big wall through the middle of
Reached
it.
the control room. It doesn't look like they did too much damage.
Sorry, what is even happening on this map? Why are you talking to me?
Solid copy, Commander.
Location confirmed.
Like, sure, it's a council mission, but it's also...
Moving.
I just have to walk around and kill everything, right?
Moving out.
Why are they trying to be social with me? Weird. Cringe.
Got it. Moving. I'm on the move. Okay. Okay. Position confirmed.
Heading there now.
I think if I had coworkers and they tried to talk to me about, like, personal issues at work, I would just, like, have to quit my job.
Quiet. Do you hear something?
Like, there's no way that I could possibly not quit my job after that happened, is there? Are they gonna take a turn?
Adjusting aim.
I'm concerned that they're about to take a turn. Also, like, this pod should not have pulled. If I may. Cool, yeah, this is great. I love this. Now there's a hole in the wall and the entire map will pull. This is what I wanted, actually. Thanks, game. It has been 0 missions since the last bug happened. On the bright side, all these floaters are standing next to each other. There are 2 heavy floaters as well. And they're like gonna be hovering just above the wall? Fuck. And if I walk backwards, they can go over the top?
Aye, aye, Commander.
It's like it's okay for me to move forward. The heavy floaters are like right here. Maybe I can just kill them. How much health do heavy floaters have? 20 or something? They might die.
Eat this.
Huh. They were visible. So we probably suppress this one, kill this one. Somebody should probably kill the chrysalid.
Heading to that location. Damn it, missed the target. Negative damage.
Good. Strategic hollow targeting applied there.
I'm on it, Commander.
Whoops. It's jellied!
Killing it with fire.
Not getting a panic there is, I think, quite unlucky.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Huh? I swear I used to be able to suppress it.
On the move. I'm on it.
Don't trust an XCOM soldier named Casino. I would probably just not trust anyone named Casino. That does not seem like a trustworthy name. I don't usually like to read super far into names, but like, what was going on? You know? In that person's childhood. For them to be named Casino. Okay.
On my way.
I'm on the move. Rolling out. Moving to position.
Everything's on fire.
Providing cover at my location.
I guess a flamethrower
That's affirmative.
probably does that, yeah. We're all trying to find the guy who did this.
Moving to designated coordinates.
I'm rolling.
Pull a pod with a battle scanner? Happens sometimes.
Big Brother is online. Heading there now. Moving to Overwatch. On Overwatch.
I forgot how strong mechs are. It's not even just that they kill everything, it's also they stop other things from killing you. Also, what is going on this mission? I guess I just don't understand council missions. Why are there pods of floaters and chrysalids? What does it even mean? Wasn't the lore of the mission that we needed to get the facility operating again? Well... depending on, which part of the facility they meant, this might be okay.
On my way.
Moving out.
God. Painful.
Move out.
Oi! We're down to 0 active enemies.
Rock top bang.
It was on fire when I got there. It sure was. I actually put out half the fire myself, personally. Rebuilt several walls.
Moving out. Ready to rock.
It's gonna be harder to use the ladder.
I'm on the move. Roger that. Scanning. Moving. Hostile spotted. Damn it.
Okay. Pretty sure I have rockets ready to go. I have rocket ready to go. It's a good rocket. I gotta maybe keep in mind that I am not bringing Master Sergeants to this mission.
Won't even know what hit him.
Harder to kill these without in the zone.
Will go.
typically against floaters.
Headed there now.
If you kill enough of them, the other ones like panic and run away. Somebody has to kill this as well.
That's affirmative.
Also, if we give them a mech to shoot at, they're floaters, they shouldn't be able to kill it.
Hostiles pacified.
Out of the game. Aye, aye, Commander.
God, there's so many of them now. Oh, this would be a really good flamethrower. Maybe next time I will like move in a way that lets me use that.
He's down. Aye, aye, Commander.
Floaters are very embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. I don't know. I don't know. They were once such powerful enemies, and now look at them. Oh shit! Okay, they just ran away. I did kind of forget about that. That was instant karma, yes.
Moving.
So fun thing about flamethrowers, if I click on the enemy,
Killing it with fire.
it will hit the enemy. Oh, it's an air cobra! Damn. If I don't click on the enemy, it won't hit the enemy.
Aye, aye, Commander. Damn it. Draining ammo fast.
Capture? Didn't bring captures. You know, I don't, like, feel unreasonable to have not brought captures on this one. This has been a bit of a brawl.
No longer a threat. Burning through ammo fast. I'm on the move.
Is it normal
Okay.
in a turn-based game to need to click an enemy to target it? You don't actually have to. You can press like this. There's a hotkey.
Aye, aye. Eyes peeled, Commander.
This game has a lot of bugs, so I tend to do the inputs which have caused bugs to happen the fewest times in my life. Which means not using the keyboard for very much.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Oh, yeah, with the flamethrower in particular, I mean, that's just a bug, I think. Like, the game has at least one bug per mission. That one had two, right? The enemies pulled through the wall and then the flamethrower bug. Which, like, the flamethrower thing happens so often that it's hard to even call it a bug. Every time you are targeting a flamethrower at a flying enemy, if you click on it, you will hit it, and if you don't, you won't. Thought the bugs were dead and it was just the floaters left. Well,
Remember,
4 scientists is nice.
be watching.
Not quite enough alloys to start my 3rd Titan. Probably building like 5 Titans this campaign? Is that right? 5 Titans, 3 mechs. We're slow to get the 3rd mech
Your
out.
efforts to support the research team, Commander.
Very low
I've already put the
on
new
meld.
recruits to work in the lab.
And meld's not going to like pick up here because I am kind of killing all the aliens. Including apparently their harvests. I don't remember how the Exalt HQ assault works. We like bring Master Sergeants and it's easy, mainly. It's 10:30. I think I've played enough XCOM for now. I'm gonna try one more run at the Nordhold thing.